What's going on, folks? I'm not in the gallery today because I'm actually on vacation with my wife in France, but that's not going to stop me from talking about aquascaping. Okay, so how am I going to talk about aquascaping when I'm 4,000 miles away from my house? Simple. Come to the best aquascaping shop in all of Paris. Now, Aquatherion comes highly recommended by my good friends Yuri Chavez and MJ Aquascaping. So let's go inside and get out of the rain and check it out right now. All right, so the first thing you see when you walk in the building is this beautiful 120 centimeter aquascape. It's absolutely stunning with beautiful Bucephalandra, Anubias, and Monte Carlo, and then this immersed Hygrophila pinnatifida, as well as some water lilies. It just looks beautiful. And I love that this is the first tank you see when you walk in the building. Next up, we have this beautiful paludarium. It's absolutely stunning. The hardscape is incredible. And the misting system is actually on an automatic timer. So every 30 minutes or so, it automatically comes on and off and gives this beautiful fogged in effect. All right, next up is this beautiful iwagumi. It's entirely immersed, which is a really cool concept. And as I was looking at this, the owner told me that they recently found a jumping spider who somehow found its way into the shop and made this little setup its home. It's such a cool thing that they were able to create such a natural looking environment that this little jumping spider decided to make itself home. Next up is the hardscape collection, which is a nice combination of wood and rocks. I really appreciate that since I don't have a lot of hardscape in my area. They also have this really nice size of a dojo, which I appreciate a lot. Before we go any further, let's go back outside and take a look at the store view from the front. I got a ton of these shelves which house all these different terrariums and closed systems as well as open systems. All of them are just super beautiful, very well maintained, and by having them in the front window, it really helps showcase what's possible to people that are walking by who may never have had an aquarium or a terrarium before. All right, so moving on to the other side of the door, we cannot skip over this tank. Filled with beautiful Rotala blood red, this is one of the most impressive tanks I've ever seen in person. Looking closer, this tank is so vibrant and so healthy. All the plants are just stunning. There's no algae anywhere on the plants themselves. There's these beautiful chunks of Ricardia, which I'm very jealous because, as you know, we don't have access to that in the USA. Also next to the door is this beautiful bonsai paludarium. Now, the owner told me that this tank came from his personal collection. He had it at his house, and when he started the store, he brought it over and now uses it as a display for the store. Now, as you know, I love shallow tanks. And this tank is so clean and so beautiful with the full carpet. If I'm honest, this might be one of the most aesthetically pleasing tanks that I've ever seen. And since we're talking about carpets, I mean, come on. This tank is stunning. The combination of the carpet, the moss on the wood, and that single Bucephalandra paired with the deep red of the Rotala is just stunning. Here we have this super cool botanical style black water tank. The Java fern in here is absolutely stunning, and I love the immersed wood. I think it's a really cool addition. Now, staying kind of on that biotope black water vibe, this tank is beautiful. The hardscape itself is super simple, and a tank like this wouldn't be that difficult to make. As you can see, we've got some moss starting to grow on the wood here. Got a sweet little school of tetras, which, as you know, I love tetras. Now in the back of the shop, they've got another paludarium here, super heavy hardscape, and the tint of the red. I just love this. There's so much detail in this little setup. Here's another paludarium, and I love kind of the overgrown natural look of this. I think it's super cool, definitely something I want to set up in the future. Now there's a couple shrimp tanks on the right side there, but this shallow in the front just steals the show. This Dragonstone and Monte Carlo combination, it just looks so natural, and I love the cliff vibe. And those are all the tanks in Aquatherion. So all I had to do next was hop on a plane, head home, and I'll see you in the studio. Alright guys, so 10 hours later, I'm back home in the gallery. And now that I've had some time to reflect on the trip, I'm just so incredibly grateful that I had the opportunity to go all the way to Paris and check out Aquatherion and all the great things they're doing for the aquascaping hobby over there. I want to give a massive thanks to Victor, the owner of Aquatherion. He was so hospitable. He even let me come into his store early so we could film. We just had a lovely chat the entire time I was there. So massive thank you to you, Victor, for opening up your shop to me. I really, truly appreciate it. Now about the store. Every single tank in there was absolutely stunning. Some of the most beautiful tanks I've ever seen in person, without a doubt. And they do a fantastic job at displaying aquascapes and terrariums as true living pieces of art. I'll leave the link to their Instagram in the description below, as well as all my affiliate links for any other aquascaping needs that you may have. So go give them a follow, and if you're in the Paris area, I highly recommend that you go check them out. Once again, a massive thank you to the folks over at Aquatherion for their hospitality. And if you haven't already, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one.